All right, so as you can see, Senate orders FCT Minister Wike to halt further demolition of structures except those authorized by the courts of competent jurisdiction following outcry from residents. So the news says the Senate have resolved to investigate the recent demolitions in the Federal Capital Territory and has set up an investigative committee to investigate the matter. The resolution was made after a motion was moved during Thursday plenary by Senator Ireti Kingibe, representing FCT Senatorial District, who called the attention of the Senate to the matter. She also expressed concern over the alleged illegal demolition of structures in the nation's capital and called for an immediate stop to further demolitions, including estates already marked. Natasha Akpoti Uduangan, PDP, Kogi Central, seconded the motion, saying the exercise should be stopped pending the outcome of the Senate investigation into the matter. In his remark, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio said the Senate cannot outrightly prevent the Minister of FCT Nyesom Wike from demolition structures in the nation's capital. Akpabio, however, explained that all demolition could not be stopped because the court ordered some. That one for there na 50-50. Na 50-50. So basically, they are trying to say, Wike, stop first. Let's do some investigation. But at the same time, they are still saying that even if Wike decides to continue, it's going to continue and they cannot do anything about it. So basically, even the Senate does not have the power to tell Wike to stop. But it's a start because they've told him to stop first. So hopefully, Nyesom Wike will stop and do a little investigation before going into all this. Now, my message to Nyesom Wike is simple, right? Nyesom Wike is doing an amazing job in Abuja. I'm not even going to lie to you. He's doing an amazing job in Abuja. The roads he's creating, he has created a lot of roads. Even some places, I was born here in Abuja, so I know there are some places where I never thought there would be road, right? So he has created more roads and he's doing well, some bridges here and there. But again, you cannot, Nyesom Wike, you will not let things like this spoil what you are doing in Abuja. You will not let things like this spoil what you are doing in Abuja. Please, just do some investigation before you carry out this demolition. And there are some places that you demolish, like that other place that we were the other time. One woman, I did not even say this, after the demolition, those people were outside. One of the women was pregnant. She gave birth inside her car. She gave birth to twins. And the twins passed on and the woman also passed on there, right there. They took her the next day because she's a Muslim. Took her the next day and they went to go and bury her because it didn't happen like in the evening. I think it happened in the evening. So they took her in the morning, early hours of the morning, and they went to go and bury the woman. So if you are giving them like a prior notice that you want to demolish, or maybe relocate them somewhere, because at the end of the day, the essence of putting you into power is to create betterment in the society, to develop us, to develop the economy, to better the lives of Nigerians. So you said the place was a shanty and all that, no problem, but at least relocate them or start developing low-cost housing for the poor people. That's also development. That's also development. Imagine an FCT where there's an area where, okay, this is low cost. This is low cost, there's light, they are paying their taxes, if they cannot pay, they can evacuate them and let them go to their villages. At least that one, nobody go put out stock. But it's not that, this one cannot afford, this one is a shanty, you just scatter back. But how do we become developed? And those people now where you just scatter their own place now, those ones can't turn terrorists for our head. They'll come start to they steal, they kidnap, they do all those sort of things. You understand? The fact that you are doing this thing does not mean we cannot see the good things that you are doing. You are doing well and you are doing well in Abuja. But all this demolition, you have to do it the right way. That's all. I know they're against your work. I don't know you. I've never met you before. The only thing I do is to speak up against injustice and just making up more money to give people a notice of eviction, that you have revoked their land and you allocated it to somebody that is from your own state. There's something fishy about it. You revoke, you give them a notification after you have already revoked without them even knowing, and allocated it without them knowing. So you revoke and allocated before you even give them notice. No, now we see your phone, you revoke, allocated, and give CFO. in less than how many? In less than 2 weeks. Come on. Anyways, so we hope that Nation Wike stops, and let's see what's going to happen. Peace and love. Shout out to the Senate and shout out to God for making it possible. Don't play.
Okay, so I apologize to my colleagues for working out. Now, added to that, my colleagues, I expect fairness in the Senate for everybody. Concessions are given to other people. I expect them to be given to me also when it is needed. I apologize if you did not like how I lost my temper, but I was expecting this to happen today.
Proceed to move your motion.
My name is Senator Ireti Kingibe, representing the Federal Capital Territory. Note that the Federal Capital Administration, on the instruction of Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, embarked on massive demolition of structures within the Federal Capital Territory. Also note that the demolition, according to the FCT authority, was informed by illegal structures and non-development of allocated plots of land by the FCT administration. Concerned that in recent time, the demolition exercise in the FCT is no longer based on reasons adduced by the FCT administration that necessitated the demolition. Further concerned that the current demolition in the FCT is not in line with due process of court orders to demolish. As such, a cross-section of individuals had suffered untold hardships occasioned by massive demolition, which has led to a loss of properties worth billions of naira. Also concerned that at the moment, an estate by name Messrs. Paulosa, for which late Colonel Paul Osankwanwa Ogbebo is the chairman, is currently under revocation and demolition. And from reliable information, the said plot of land was allocated to him in 1984 with requisite title document. And further concerned that the owner of this estate was a patriotic Nigerian who served the nation meritoriously and one of the first intake of the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, with registration number 001. Senate resolves accordingly to urge the FCT administration to halt the ongoing revocation and demolition of the said property, as it does not fall within the purview of the reasons for the massive demolition being carried by the FCDA. Also, all demolitions should follow due process. Second prayer.
I'm Senator Natasha Kotiuduaha, representing the good people of Kogi Central. I stand to second the motion as raised by distinguished Senator Ireti Kingibe that we should please put a stop to the demolition of Paul Osa Estate in Abuja and set up a committee to investigate the matters that are arising. We should call for the petitions from the estate owners and also invite the Honorable Minister and his team so we can view things objectively from all sides. Thank you so much. I so submit.
To be a smooth proceeding took a different turn when the senator representing Federal Capital Territory, Senator Ireti Kingibe, staged a walkout after being prevented from presenting a motion.
We are talking. Please rise as you are addressing your.
This prompted some lawmakers to make a case for her to be heard.
The civil senator Ireti Kingibe.
She was later recalled into the chamber to apologize for walking out and then present a motion.
Start with a slight apology to your colleagues for walking out on them.
No, sir.
Then we have a problem there. If you are not humble enough,
I apologize to my colleagues for working out.
If you are not humble enough to apologize to your colleagues,
I apologize to my colleagues for working out.
Then you
now, added to that, my colleagues, I expect fairness in the Senate for everybody.
She yielded upon insistence of the Senate President and raised concerns over the demolition going on in the nation's capital.
Senate resolves accordingly to urge the FCT administration to halt the ongoing revocation and demolition of the said property, as it does not fall within the purview of the reasons for the massive demolition being carried by the FCDA.
A motion was granted and an 8-man committee was formed to meet with the FCT administration.
When we look into the prayers, will be that we should urge the minister to put a hold on the demolitions, and then we set up a committee to investigate.
Just before adjourning plenary.
So, guys, it was a very strong battle on the Senate floor trying to stop Wike from further demolition of people's property in Abuja. We all know how the times are hard in Nigeria, and Wike has embarked on this massive demolition of properties, revocation of ownership of landed properties and all that. So many things that are going on in Abuja. And guess what? People have been raising alarm. People have been raising alarm angrily the way Wike wants to take over their lands and, coming to demolish their lands. Some of them are being given 24 hours to vacate for Wike to have his way to demolish lands that he didn't get any go-ahead order from court. So, guys, a whole lot of things happening in this country in an undemocratic manner. You can imagine just taking laws into your hand without any court giving you a go-ahead order. Wike has vowed to continue in the demolition of, properties in Abuja. So, guys, we all know the story that the very dark man brought on the social media platform, telling the whole world that Wike is trying to evict some set of people from a landed property that they inherited from their son, who was a one-time military man. And, the very dark man himself tried to argue that point, that if the Nigerian security agents like the military, the police, and all of them, if they can keep quiet over this thing, then one day it's going to be their turn. I mean, keeping quiet and allowing injustice to happen to a former military personnel who fought for Nigeria because you want to stand for Wike. Honestly, the very dark man said they are not doing the right thing, that they have to speak up. So this matter was brought forward on the Senate floor. Initially, Akpabio didn't want to approve this. Akpabio was reluctant. The senators were saying that they will allow Wike to do things that he wants to do. They don't want to interfere or interrupt, in the work Wike is doing in the FCT. So you can imagine such a statement. And one keeps wondering why we even have these lawmakers if they can't intervene in situations like this. So, guys, we all know that one of these land, it was being said that Wike reallocated it to himself and also to his friend or his political friend who is also at the National Assembly. And this matter was brought to the Senate floor so that the Senate can look into it and also tell Wike to stop the demolition so that the investigation will be done. Initially, the Senate floor was divided on whether they should stop Wike or not. But finally, this scaled through. So Wike is being asked to stop demolishing people's property. Let the investigation be carried out on whether you even have the right to demolish people's property or not. So, guys, that's where we are today. And let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. But it's so appalling, seeing the way when these people take over power, they think that they will remain forever in power. They won't remain forever in power. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below.